Hey, what's up, gamers? Today I want to talk to you about Eberron's Warforged. To me, Eberron's Warforged is absolutely the worst role-playing choice a player could make. What's a Warforged? All right, so a it's a construct that is magically infused by some wizards who made them to fight a war for them a long time ago, and they became sentient. And the Warforged's personality is it doesn't talk much unless there's combat. That's lame. Where's the role playing in that? Um, I made another thread about my Grand Grimoires, and I mentioned that I left out all the Warforged, and Master of Flowers and Andrew Wood basically were like, "Yeah, Warforged sucks." Yeah, I agree with you guys. It totally sucks. Like, whose stupid idea was this? Where did this come from? Like, this is like robots getting sentient in Star Wars. I mean, that's cool. At least I can understand. Like in Star Wars, they don't have their memory erased, and it kind of makes sense. It gives a little mystic to the technology of Star Wars. But in Dungeons and Dragons, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. It's dumb. It doesn't belong there. And their personality descriptions are just horrible. You know, doesn't doesn't give a lot. And Andrew had said that he thought they were OP'd. I kind of think they're OP'd too. Like they don't need sleep or they don't have to eat and they don't have to breathe, and that takes a lot of hazards away from like a character. Especially if like they're low level and like food is a big deal sometimes. Like that's a challenge you just cannot present to a Warforged. It doesn't matter if they're running out of resources. They don't care. They don't have to eat. They don't need sleep. They don't have to breathe. So a lot of poisons aren't going to work on them. Like, I just think that Warforged was absolutely the worst idea for a player character in a role-playing game, especially Dungeons and Dragons, like ever. And I would have to say it is the digester of PC races. It's that bad. But I'm interested to what, if anybody else out there has an opinion about Warforged. I'd really like to hear somebody who likes playing Warforged. And why? What role-playing reasons do you have for it? Like, there just doesn't seem like there is many role-playing reasons why you'd want to play a role Warforged. Do they fall in love, even? How do they reproduce? Do Warforged reproduce like normal people? Is there male and females? I don't know. It's probably in the books, but I just always skipped them because I always thought they sucked. And I'm curious to hear what you guys feel about Warforged. Do you like them? Do you use them? Do you not allow them? And if you think they suck, if they're just a crappy race and a very poor choice for a PC, then I would really like to hear about it, because I like hearing bad things about the Warforged. It's just the worst idea. I'm not a big fan of Eberron, and I'm even a less fan of Warforged. Anyway, later, gamers.